Hi, it's Pastor Paul Anderson here at the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where we believe God's blessings never stop flowing. It is Satisfaction Saturday. We thank God and we're satisfied how He has kept us all week long in the midst of trials, in the midst of circumstances and situations, all that's happening in the world, all that's happening with us personally, locally. We just thank God that He is a God who hears, who cares, and who shares. I want to remind you, whatever you're being confronted with, whether it's blessings, whether it's adversity, remember, God promises that you are not in it alone. And with that, we have to acknowledge Him in all of our ways, and He promised He will direct our paths. Let's see how God gives us direction through and by His Word. Today, as we look at the Gospel according to St. John, the 4th chapter, verses 7 through 26. This is a very powerful text. It's a text in whereby we begin to see about the life and the ministry of Jesus. Jesus is now no longer with His disciples. It is about noonday. He goes to a well. While he is there at a well, he finds out there's a woman who is at the well. Well, we must understand, why is this woman at the well noonday at the hottest moment of the day? Well, this woman had some very interesting stories about her past. This woman finds herself that she's in a current relationship with someone that's a live-in relationship. And this gentleman's not her husband, and she has had multiple husbands. And so she goes to the well because she wants to, at this time of the day, she doesn't want to be around the other women. She doesn't want to be made fun of. She doesn't want to hear what they have to say. So here she is at the well. So Jesus walks up on her while she's at the well getting water. And he says to her, "Woman, give me something to drink." And she said, "Do you have something to dip with?" And Jesus tells her, "If you knew who really you were talking to, I can give you that everlasting water." And so she's puzzled by this because Jesus begins to tell her about herself, but in the midst of him sharing about her past, and not one moment in time does he condemn her. This becomes a powerful lesson to all of us that Jesus knows our past. He meets us where we are. He still reaches out in love, and he pours into us. He says to the woman, if you knew to whom you were speaking, you would be asking me for water, because I'll give you this everlasting water that you'll never thirst again. Jesus always meets us right where we are. He gives us what is necessary and needed for us to be replenished, for us to be renewed. This text becomes one not so much focusing on the woman and her past and her behavior, but it really focuses on meeting Jesus in those heated moments in our lives. He always comes and gives us what we need. He gives her water. He gives her everlasting water, because he is that everlasting fountain that would never run dry. So it reminds all of us, when you and I find out where we are, and we sometimes go places alone because we don't want to hear from the peanut gallery. We don't want to hear the criticisms of others. I want to remind you, when you go to Jesus, you'll find out he'll be waiting for you there, or he'll give you time to show up, and he will make his grand appearance. He makes his appearance in the text. He speaks to the woman. He really gives her the water that she needs. Now, all of a sudden, she doesn't mind telling everybody else about the man that she's met. She goes and she tells everybody, "Come and see a man." All of them were wondering. They said, "Well, we know you know about a lot of men." She said, "No, come see a man who told me all about myself, and he still loved and cared for me, and he gave me something eternal." You know, all of us need to know that whenever we meet Jesus, he doesn't come with words of condemnation. He comes with outstretched arms. He says he loves us. He welcomes us in, as he did with this woman. And then we'll go tell everybody, come and meet Jesus. Today, I want to encourage you. Tell somebody that you've met Jesus. I'm sharing with you that I've met him. And now, since we both know him, let's tell everyone else about the goodness of the Lord. We pray God will bless you, heaven smile upon you. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow at the fountain, where God's blessings never stop flowing.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.